Anyway, it got pretty cold, and I would guess it's in the 30s right now. It feels pretty cold. And so because of how cold it was, I got kind of a slow start. I got up early, but still a slow start. It pretty much never takes me an hour to get going in the morning, but that's all right. And a 7 a.m. start is a lot better than the 8:30 start yesterday. So I don't know how far I'll be able to go today. I'm hoping to get 5 more miles in for a 30-mile day. And the terrain doesn't look too bad. It doesn't look like there's as many big climbs like Chestnut yesterday. So it's possible it might be doable. I've got about a 2-mile uphill to start the day today. So I'm going to try to get that done real quick. Then I'll be up on a ridge and then ridge walking most of the day with a few ups and downs that aren't too bad scattered throughout. And now it's just a matter of making myself warm up so I can take my jacket off and really get going. All right, I will check in later once the sun is up. There's a couple of views up ahead. I'm not sure if I'll be able to see them, but we'll get there. Well, it's been a pretty good morning so far. I've been able to keep a pretty good pace. Ever since my legs warmed up, I had to stop about halfway up the climb, take my jacket off, my headlamp off. I had my neck gaiter on and a hat. Hey, look at this view right here behind me. Oh, hang on. There it is. It's a pretty good view. Yeah, once I got up here, it's been really easy walking for quite a while now. I've just been kind of zoning out, putting one foot in front of the other. It looks like it's going to be a crystal clear blue sky day right now. I can't see a single cloud in the sky anywhere. So, wherever there is a view, it should be pretty awesome. Try to have a short down and then a little up, and then some more downhill again, and then there's like some rolling uphill stuff happening, but like I said earlier, nothing too crazy, no long steep climb, nothing like that we had yesterday. So I'm going to see how many miles I can put in before noon. It's been an hour. It's 7:59 right now. So it's been an hour. I don't know how far I've gone. I don't think I've gone 3 miles. I've probably gone 2.5 though. But yeah, I'm going to try to see how many miles I can put in by noon. And I'll have to be careful with water management. There's a lot of stuff that's dry. A lot of water sources that are dry. So if I'm going to put in big miles, I have to be more careful about water intake today than I was yesterday. I can't really do quick miles if I'm right there on the edge of dehydration a little bit. So anyway, that's the plan. I'm going to try to go to Wapiti shelter. I'm probably saying that wrong. But that would be a really, really long day. So I may not make it that far. But there's a campsite a couple miles before it that I can bail off at if I need to. But yeah, I think that's the update for now. Not really a whole lot to see. The trail's kind of, pretty straightforward. Not much to see. I keep looking over to my left because the view through the trees is pretty good. But you can't see that much over there on the screen. Still cold. As long as I'm moving, I'm fine. But if I stop, I would be cold. Once the sun, it's not over the mountain yet. I'm still in the shadow of the mountain. I'm gonna go around it here in a second. But once the sun's on more overhead, it'll be just fine. I think the high today is like 72 or something. So a bit chilly for most of the day until this afternoon when it reaches the high point. And, but that's really, honestly, it's perfect for hiking. That's really my favorite kind of temperature range for walking in the woods. So anyway, I'll check in a little bit later. Here's the sun. Whew, it's bright. Well, I was doing this long road walk and it's not blazed real well. I was cruising along, talking to another hiker who I just caught up with, I guess. And we both went like 3/4 of a mile past the turnoff. So now I've got to backtrack. And now it's an uphill road walk. It's not a bad incline, but still, that's an extra 1.5 miles that I did not want to do today, which kind of sucks. But whatever, it is what it is. So I've got to climb up to wherever the next shelter is. I want to say the climb is like 2 miles uphill. It doesn't look too steep. Probably the steepest I'll do today. And then it should be a more fairly easy walking after that. My plan right now is to get to that shelter, take a break and have a snack, shoes off for a bit, let my feet breathe a little, and then continue on. I don't want to stop for too long though, maybe 30 minutes, because I got to make up that 1.5 miles, and I still have a long way to go today. So, yep, that's where we stand. Road walks suck. All right, that's it for now. All right, so I'm leaving, what is this, Jenny Knob shelter. I got a short climb back up this hill to the trail, and then a little more downhill before I get to climb again. Whew. I tell you what, every time I take a break, my feet just start aching like crazy. I think I've done a little over 18 miles today, not counting that 1.5 miles with the wrong turn. So that means 12 more miles to go to make it a 30. It's currently 4 o'clock. I know I'm going to be going slower now. Anything after 20 miles, I tend to slow down quite a bit. And my downhill has certainly slowed, as well as my uphill. I think, if I remember correctly, I have a couple more climbs left. Whew. My legs need to warm up again. But yeah, a couple more climbs left. And I should end up on a ridge tonight. My goal is to get to Laurel Creek. There's a campground there with a water source. I saw another section hiker today. He's slack packing along this section over the next few days. And he said he was at Dismal Falls yesterday or the day before. He said it was flowing pretty good. But I just don't have the time or energy to make the detour. And by the time I get there, it's probably going to be a little dark anyway. So I'm going to skip that. Whew. Here we go, back downhill. Spiderweb. So anyway, been a pretty good day so far. The trail has been pretty great. Some really good views in places. All morning long, I was listening to the noise of I-77, and I'm glad that is no longer the case now. Most water sources are dry right now. I just crossed one, and it too is dry. So I think it was like 10 miles since my last water source. I've got a little more left. That should get me up to at least close to a place that is indicated on Gut Hook that there is some pretty good flow, enough to resupply on water. So that's going to be the clutch point for me to have dinner. I'm going to try to make the water I have right now last as long as I can. And go from there, I guess. But I'm feeling pretty positive right now. It's just going to depend on how much I can push it as the sun continues to go down. I've got 3 hours of daylight left, basically. It starts getting pretty dark around 7:45. So that's like, what, 3.5 hours? But I have to account for, I would say probably a good 30 minutes to sit and have a break for food, if I'm going to do that. That's it. Update for now. I haven't been updating a whole lot, just because I've been trying to get miles in. Anyway, I'll check in later and let you know how it goes. All right, this bridge marks, technically it's just past the, my legs, the 25-mile mark. The place I want to go to is technically 5.8 miles ahead. So if I do that, this bridge is kind of shaky when you walk across it. If I do that, looks nice though, huh? Behind me, this way and that way. So I'll be at 31 miles if I make it all the way to Dismal Creek. Not sure if I'll get that far though. We'll have to see.